Um, in my experience, both just personally in my life and working with other business owners and other people in general, money is, I think, the biggest limiting factor for our development and growth. And it's interesting because money doesn't have that view on us, right? We view that of it, but money, I mean, even nowadays, it's not even paper anymore.
Yeah.
It's just numbers that go back and forth between accounts, but it's this idea. It's this emotional trigger that money has on our life. And these emotional triggers come from our experiences from the past.
Mhm.
So in my case, I grew up in kind of a middle class family, and I have three other siblings and mom and dad.
Mhm.
And my dad owned a store, actually a health food store, and
Mhm.
we didn't have a ton of money.
Mhm.
And money was always the topic of everything. And you start growing up with this idea of whatever you hear as a child. Money is the root of all evil. People that have money must be doing something wrong. Money gets you nice things, and that starts to define who you are and your character. And in our house, I mean, it got so bad that if there was one time where there was a spill on the ground, and I went to grab some paper towels to clean up the spill, and I was like
Mhm.
8 years old, and
Mhm.
my sister was like, "What are you doing? You know how expensive paper towels are? Use the napkin in the drawer." And of course, the napkin's from McDonald's, right? It's free. So, I mean, I still remember that. I mean, it's 35 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
And I still remember that. So that gets brought into my psyche when I start looking and making decisions around money and what my thoughts are.
Mhm.
And those thoughts then lead to actions. And I start to see those things come up as I became an adult, as I, opened up my practice, as I made decisions around my practice, and it affected a lot of things. And those stories are stories.
Mhm.
They're not necessarily true.
Mhm.
I have no money. I can't get enough patients and that's the key. It's to understand the emotion so we can get a much clearer, objective, rational view of something.
Right.